DeepSeek released a new open source agent harness yesterday, and the repository crossed 80,000 GitHub stars within about a day. Its defining idea is written in one sentence: everything is a plugin. The model adapter, tools, session log, sandbox, approval policy, and even the agent loop can all be replaced from configuration. This is still a developer preview, and DeepSeek says compatibility breaking changes are coming, but the web UI already launches with one command, and the architecture has no privileged core to patch. DeepSeek Harness is the layer between a model and everything an agent can do. It coordinates tools, files, terminals, approvals, sessions, background work, and the interface where a person watches the agent. The repository ships a browser profile and a headless profile, so the same underlying system can run with or without the web UI. The model layer is replaceable too. The official settings screen lets you enter a DeepSeek key, add another provider, or connect a custom OpenAI compatible endpoint. The result is a general agent runtime that ships with DeepSeek support. It is a workbench for composing the parts an agent needs. Composition starts with an empty plugin tree. The base bundle adds model adapters, tools, persistence, sandboxing, approval policy, settings, credentials, and telemetry. The web bundle adds the browser application, while the headless bundle adds a one-shot runner without a server. A profile chooses which bundles to stack and keeps a patch file for the user's own changes. The home level patch and any command line overlay apply above those layers. Each patch can replace the complete configuration for an existing row or insert a new row. Any row in the booted tree can be replaced without editing the package that created it. When a plugin unloads, the services and event registrations it contributed unwind with it. That reversible plugin tree is the mechanism behind the phrase, everything is a plugin. The same modular design continues inside every agent turn. A message enters one inbox and the driver opens a durable turn before it claims the next input. The system assembles prompt sections and tool schemas from the plugins that are active for that agent. The model request streams assistant chunks, produces a final message, and may create one or more tool calls. Those calls return results to the session, and another model step begins only when the tools or inbox create more work. The session log records the turn, each step, user and assistant messages, tool calls, tool results, and the stream chunks used by the interface. DeepSeek summarizes the rule with 4 words. Model isable means logged, forking, resuming, transcripts, telemetry, and persistence all rebuild from that same event stream. That gives the system one durable account of what the model saw and what the agent did. Tool execution has its own pipeline before any command reaches the operating system. Pre-execution hooks can inspect or rewrite a call, then permission policy decides whether it is allowed, denied, or needs approval. An approval request is one shot, and an unavailable approval path fails closed instead of silently continuing. Sandbox and file system guards run before the tool body, followed by execution, post-processing, and a final immutable result event. The tool does not have to implement every security rule inside its own code. DeepSeek describes each replaceable capability as a scene with 3 roles: a definition, a provider, and a consumer. The file system tools consume one interface, whether the provider points at the local machine, a confined workspace, or a remote environment. The subtest provider also owns bash, persistent terminals, and the language server's execution world. Point the file stem and subprocess seams at the same remote sandbox, and those capabilities move together without separate tool forks. Sub-agents use the same pattern, with providers ranging from an in-process child to delegated work in another agent product. The web UI turns that architecture into a usable starting point. After one command starts the server, you configure a model, choose a workspace, and open a session. The agent can read and edit files, run commands, delegate work, maintain a plan, and ask before actions covered by the active permission policy. You can change the model provider without rebuilding the interface, or change the execution provider without rewriting the agent loop. That is the practical promise of this repository. The current release still carries a clear warning because it is a developer preview with compatibility breaking changes ahead. The star count measures attention, not stability, documentation depth, or production readiness. Builders who want a replaceable agent stack have a serious architecture to study and extend right now. Teams that need a stable application and predictable upgrades should wait for the interfaces and configuration format to settle. DeepSeek Harness is one repository worth knowing because it exposes the machinery that most agent products keep fixed